Hello. Purpose of this video is to give you a little overview of the website Quizizz and to kind of show you how to make your own quiz very easily to distribute that quiz to your students, but to do so that they can actually practice the quiz and any of the content you want them to cover on their own time and at their own speed. There is a interactive feature of this that most teachers use, which requires students to use it live in the classroom, but you can distribute the quizzes that you create to your students through a link, which will allow them to take the quizzes independently, see how they did on those quizzes, review the answers, and then maybe go and try again and maybe beat their score. I use this quite often with my students when we're reviewing content that we've learned in class, and they typically find it very helpful. They can cover the material, quiz themselves, and there's even a really neat feature with flashcards. So let's get started. So what we're going to do is once we get into our account, and if you have a Google account through your school site, you can use that Google account to sign in with Quizizz. And once you do that, it's very easy. They'll ask you to log in. Just click on the Google sign in, and it'll sign in using your Google account. So what we're going to do over here is your center frame for where you want to go in regards to your quizzes or creating a quiz, or if you want to find a quiz. So I'm going to just go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to create a quiz. And first thing it's going to ask you to do is you're going to be asked to give it a name. So we're going to call this one the Protestant Reformation. You can give it a picture. You'll have to kind of drag it in there from your computer. I'm going to skip that part, and then we'll just get right into it. Click the subject matter that's covering, and then I'm going to go create quiz. Now, I have two options here. I can create new questions, which are questions that I originate, which is ideal, but sometimes we're kind of in a hurry and maybe we don't have enough time to create our own questions. So another really excellent feature that I recommend trying is go to find an existing question. People who create quizzes using this website, what they will do is make their quizzes public, and so it'll allow Quizizz to share their different questions regarding the content that you're covering, and so we can pick from a whole bunch of different questions that were created on your topic. So I'm going to go ahead and type in my topic. And then you'll see all these different quizzes that were made regarding my topic. So all I have to do is I'm going to click on that quiz, and I'm going to look through some of these quizzes here. And if I like it, I'm just going to click add, and it'll add it right over here to my quiz. And I can go through and click different quizzes, different questions, look at the question and look at the answers, and if I can determine, oh yeah, I've covered that, I can just add it, and then I can just go through all these different questions. And what's great is, like, people who created these quizzes, they probably put a lot of time into it. They probably put pictures, have really good options. Making these quiz questions takes time. Well, they've done the work for you, so you can save a lot of time just by looking through all the different quizzes available and the different questions that you can add to your quiz. Once you're done with that, you can just click over here. And if you still want to add your own quiz, if you still want to create your own question, maybe you didn't find one that covers the topic or something that you covered and you want to test the kids on, then you can just click create a new question, and then it'll give you it'll give you a template for a question. Very easy. Here, we'll just come up with a question. What was the vernacular Bible? was first translated during the Protestant Reformation. And so we have a question, and fix that. So English, French, Italian, and German. And once you put in your answers, you have to give it, you have to choose which one's an answer. You can also add questions or pictures to your questions if you'd like, and you can add additional options. So I'm gonna click save. It'll show you what it looks like over here. Once I click save, it then will add it to my quiz, and then you just click 30 seconds. You can click how long they have to answer it as well. So once I'm done, I'm gonna click finish quiz, and then I'll click the grade that this is for. I'll click save, and so then click finish quiz again. It's saving it. You can share it with other teachers if you like. And now I have my quiz. Now I have two options here, or three actually. I can do this as a live game. This is what you might want to do in class with students. I like to actually pair students together, especially the first time they take the quiz, so they can work together in teams and kind of discuss what they think is the right answer. It gives a live feed of how people are performing. They can put in their own name or nicknames. It's pretty fun. The kids really enjoy it. It's kind of like Kahoot, but it's a much calmer version of Kahoot. But I really like the homework feature. If you click on homework, you can go ahead and set it for the amount of time that you want them to be able to play the game. So this will be the expiration date of it. So you can set it for any time. I like to give them about a week or so to get it done. So we'll go May 7th. Sometimes I have students that aren't at school and they want to, on the day we test, and maybe they want to make up the test, we need this available to them even after we've already administered the test. And I usually make the cutoff around like what I think should be like a bedtime, like 9:30. And then I click host game. There are other features that you can add to it down here, but we'll just click host game. And then now what I have here is I have a game code, and then I have the link. So what I'm going to do is to give this to my students is I will just distribute the link on Google Classroom, and in the directions I'll put the game code. So all they have to do is click the link, and then the link will take them to a screen where they can put in the code, and then they can start playing and they can start quizzing themselves using the quiz that I've created, preparing them for the actual test that they take in my class. It's extremely helpful. The students, they love it. They'll continuously try to beat their score until they get 100%. It encourages them to learn. It's fun, interactive, and like I said, there's a really great flashcard feature where instead of it just being questions and then they have to answer, they can actually just have it pop up as flashcards where the question comes up and then they got to try and guess in their head. There's really no options, and they click it and they can see the answer and see if they're right. So anyways, that's how this works. That's Quizizz. I recommend trying it. Hope you enjoyed it.